Sunset Boulevard now?
Yes, we are now.
Okay, we're approaching Sunset Boulevard.
There's a crowd of people who are on the bridge here watching as he approaches the Sunset Boulevard.
All right, Eric.
Looks like there's a...
Eric, it appears now as though he is getting, as I recall, there are two lanes on the Sunset Boulevard off-ramp. He is in one of them, and that's the lane he would be using. Looks like he's getting off there.
Okay, Hal, it looks like he is getting off at the off-ramp at Sunset.
Right. Okay.
Getting off, he's on the off-ramp now, coming up the off-ramp at Sunset. Lots of people at the overpass at Sunset, and possibly here will be a westbound turn en route to Brentwood.
That's right.
Looks like he's in the left lane now.
Yeah.
Making a left turn. The intersection's free, and he's clear, and now making his left turn westbound on Sunset.
All right. He must have gone right by you, Eric.
Well, he has, and we're staying ahead of it. We're going to his mansion, believing that he's going there, but it was an amazing situation on that overpass there. There were people running around on top of there. I don't know how he's going to be able to drive through all those people. All along Sunset Boulevard, there are people stopped as well ahead of the chase. We can only assume he's going to his home on Rockingham in Brentwood.
Okay, Eric, that's exactly what had happened. He did take that Sunset Boulevard off-ramp, as we had speculated, and now he is proceeding west on Sunset Boulevard. He just went past Woodburn and will be approaching Barrington Avenue. And
there's a red light at Barrington. There are lights on this. I don't know what he's going to do, how he's going to respond to traffic lights. He hasn't had to cope with that, but there's quite a lot of traffic lights. We're hearing the sirens behind us now. He is right behind us. We're hearing the sirens. The police have their sirens on. Both sides of the street have pedestrians.
All right,
They just passed us at Barrington.
He just went past Barrington.
Just passed us at Barrington, followed by the sheriffs. They're Orange County Sheriff, Santa Ana police officers who are in pursuit.
Okay, Eric, it's only now probably 3 minutes at the most, I would say, to his home in Brentwood.
That's right. His home west of the 405 on a street called Rockingham.
Right.
He will have to make a right turn onto Rockingham, and that is where his mansion is. It looks like at least 10, well, maybe not 10, but 7 or 8 Santa Ana police, Orange County sheriffs, and highway patrol officers following him, as well as regular private citizens on motorcycles who are following this chase now. And we're right behind him.
Now, how far behind the Bronco are you, Eric?
I'd say we're less than a mile behind.
Okay.
What's going to happen is that street, Rockingham, is a very, very narrow street. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work when he tries to make that right turn onto Rockingham and go up towards his mansion. The mansion itself is about a mile or so up Rockingham on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. And also, once again, if we can continue to speculate, it will be interesting to see if he is allowed to go into the mansion itself or whether he will be stopped short of it.
That's a good question.
Of the Los Angeles County Sheriffs and California Highway.
It's changed the entire scenario, getting off the freeway, and it's, I'm telling you, I'm looking at this along with you, I think that's Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, it looks like Sunset. The trees and the way, the configuration.
Right. And so moving up into the Brentwood area where O.J. has had a home for quite some time, and also the home of his late wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. Again, police are in pursuit. They have not closed in. This has been going on since about an hour and 15 minutes. They have kept their distance. They have been following diligently, but they have not made any effort to derail O.J.'s vehicle. They have made no effort to pull up beside him. Again, here is O.J. Simpson. Yes, indeed, it would appear that he is, in fact, trying to reach his neighborhood, if you will.
And you see people chasing after the Bronco, which is the worst thing they could do. Mark Coogan, are you able to hear us now?
Look, there's one of the satellite trucks, so I think this, in fact, is pulling up. He's pulling right up to his home.
Sure looks like it, Harold.
Here he is now. Here's the car pulling into the
estate.
driveway. Mark Coogan, we're watching O.J. Simpson pull into his driveway. He has driven all the way, and here's somebody coming up beside him. And look, there's a bit of a scuffle here.
Oh.
And Al Callings, who is at the wheel, apparently is telling whoever came up there to get out of the way, to get back, and to stay out of the way. O.J. Simpson is in the back of this vehicle. It has tinted windows. We're unable to see a clear picture of him, but the reports we've received off of the police scanners is that Mr. Simpson has a gun to his head and obviously is threatening suicide. Mr. Cowling, as he has done since this drive began an hour and 15 minutes ago, has been waving everybody off, telling them to stay back. Al Cowlings is a friend. You just know that he is doing the best job he can to emotionally calm down O.J. Simpson right now, telling the juice to put the gun down. Police, as you saw, are on the premises. They've been there all day. They too are staying back right now, and all we can do is watch along with you, keep our fingers crossed that O.J. will in fact put that gun down and that this will end peacefully. But O.J. Simpson has returned home. After it's all said and done, he took off from Orange County and he decided he was going to go home. The reports all day have been that O.J. has in fact been suicidal. He wrote a letter that thanked many of his friends, his former teammates, his golfing buddies, his broadcasting friends, and people he's known over the years. And on any other occasion, we would have labeled it a suicide note, but the friend who read it told us that it was a letter that he wanted read to the public. The word suicide wasn't mentioned, only when his attorney, Robert Shapiro, said that he believed O.J. was suicidal, and that O.J. had been under the care of psychiatrists and days, very despondent.
Linda Brickstone apparently is at Park.
The phone, when talking to other people, perhaps law enforcement, is very, very difficult to figure out just what the next move is going to be.